Hello, everyone. I've been asked by several people to make a video on purple martins, somewhat of an instructional video, a video for beginners of those who want to be purple martin landlords or purple martin enthusiasts. And I don't know, I'm not really good at making videos, but I can talk about purple martins. I've been a purple martin lover since the age of 4 in the summer of 1966 when my father and my uncle took me to a tree farm, a nursery. In LaSalle, Ontario, which is just outside of Windsor, Ontario. I was 4 years old in the summer of 1966 when I noticed by River Canard a huge birdhouse on a high pole with a lot of birds, and they were all chirping and chattering and feeding their young, and the way they flew, their acrobatic style of flying, and they were feeding their young, and the young were all out on the balconies. Just a beautiful sight. As a 4-year-old boy, it just totally consumed me. And it wasn't long after that that I started building birdhouses with my father's help. And as the years passed, I was eventually making bigger and bigger houses, making purple martin houses, and eventually started attracting purple martins. Photoed here is a adult male purple martin in what appears to be on top of his purple martin house. Beautiful rendition of a male purple martin. As you can note, he is shiny dark purple in the sunlight. When it's dark and cloudy, he's more of a dark, almost a black color. The males are all dark. The females are lighter. I'll show you in a moment what the females look like. It is believed and said that North American Indians were among the first, to start attracting purple martins. And the North American Indians, not all the tribes, but some of the more central tribes in central USA, began hollowing out gourds and putting them up on sticks. And once you hollow out a gourd, you punch a hole in it, you remove the seeds, you let it dry out, and the purple martins will come and they will nest. And the Indians knew that purple martins eat insects, and a lesser populated insect population will be more of a healthy environment. And the Indians were aware of this, and so they wanted to attract purple martins because they knew their insect eating abilities were very enormous. So here an artist has sketched, drawn, painted a bunch of naked Indians, and the naked Indians are putting up purple martin gourds to attract the martins. Also, purple martins love the swaying motion of gourds as opposed to a fixed, solid birdhouse. And a swinging gourd for a purple martin is really what they like. Sparrows and starlings, if they could get into a gourd that's swinging, will hate nesting in there. And so that is more of something that a purple martin would enjoy as opposed to a starling or a sparrow. These young fellows have constructed this purple martin house out of wood for a school project. This photo was taken in June of 1923, and these young fellows probably got too deep into this. They were probably supposed to build the birdhouse. They ended up building this purple martin mansion, colonial style, I think it is. How would you ever get that up on top of a pole? Once it's up on a pole, how would you get to it? How can you get it to come down the pole so you can access the compartments and monitor the young or the eggs or whatever you need to do? Sometimes a purple martin dies inside the cavity. You need to take that out because it'll just rot and cause infestation of parasites. So improvements have been made. They went from the Indians with the gourds, the settlers coming in from England and building these elaborate, beautiful wooden houses, which were hard to manage because you'd have to get up there on a ladder, often on all four sides, to monitor the nest compartments, and that would be a difficult task under those circumstances. Here's another artist rendition of a nice wooden house. There's another beautiful one. This is an incredible home. It has the Starling resistant entrance holes. These holes will permit a purple martin to enter because of their longer, slender body. A starling would have a difficult time, an impossible time, trying to access this particular entrance hole. Here's another wooden house, which is attractive to the human eye. I don't like that the holes are raised too high off the floor. and I don't like the large round holes that would invite starlings to come and have a festival in there. More purple martin houses. I mentioned starlings. A starling is quite different looking than a purple martin, but to some people, they might not be able to make the distinguishment between a starling and a martin. Starlings have a long yellow beak. They use it as a sword to stab and kill other birds. They have no problem killing purple martins or babies. If they can get inside of a cavity, they will destroy the eggs. Um, they destroy farmers' crops. They're very unsanitary. They'll rip your garbage bags apart if you have garbage bags open. They're just a filthy flying rat of a bird. The starling is. Purple martins are clean. They only eat flying insects. If it rains and is cold for a prolonged amount of time, the purple martin will succumb and die from starvation. If he doesn't have access to flying insects, he will never go into your garbage. He will never eat seed from a bird feeder. He will die without flying insects. So unlike the starling, the purple martin is highly sought after, and it has been called America's most wanted bird. Also, another enemy of the purple martin is not only the European starling, but it's also the English house sparrow. Please note that neither the sparrow or the starling are native birds of North America. They were introduced by some complete jackass moron from England who in the early 1800s had a brilliant idea, so he thought. He caught and trapped several house sparrows in England and European starlings, put them in cages, boarded a ship from England to New York. Upon arriving in New York, he released sparrows and starlings that he had caught in England. After 3 days on the ship, he released them in the United States in New York, and hence began the invasion, the introduction of these enemies of the purple martins. A house sparrow, though he looks small, cute, and innocent perhaps, don't be fooled. That beak can crack corn. If he can crack corn with that beak, he can kill purple martin babies and crack eggs. Again, two notorious nest invaders, nest competitors that have been introduced in the early 1800s, causing the purple martins decline somewhat. Between that and some other factors, which I'll get into, there's other species of the swallow family. There's a bank swallow. There's a Pacific swallow, Bahama swallow, tree swallow, rough-winged swallow, barn swallow. Please note only the purple martin will nest inside a man-made purple martin house, but so will a tree swallow. The other ones like natural things, such as the barn swallow likes a nest made out of mud, which he likes to stick to a wall or a ceiling or a rafter. Bank swallows will nest in their own derived, own created holes that they create. But they're all swallows. They all eat flying insects, and they're all related to the purple martin. The purple martin is the largest of the swallow family. This is just an artist painting, but it's pretty close. It's pretty good. Moving on, there's another depiction, an artist depiction of an adult male purple martin, as opposed to what his female counterpart looks like. She has a creamish beige tummy with blotches on there, and the rest of her head and wings and back are like a light brown or dark brown, sorry. Here's another rendition of a purple martin with a, yes, butterfly in his mouth. They do eat butterflies. A butterfly is a flying insect. They eat flying insects. Another beautiful purple martin house. Please notice the winch and cable assembly at the bottom at knee level or chest level. And raising the martin house up and down enables one to get a good look inside the cavities, to monitor the nestlings and what's going on. You should have a martin house that slides up and down a pole, and not just a fixed house where you can never get to it. 1966, a man by the name of J.L. Wade authored a book called What You Should Know About the Purple Martin. He also went on to add to the title America's Most Wanted Bird. He's right about that. He also goes on in this book to say that a purple martin can eat 2,000 mosquitoes a day. That is not true. Over the course of time, it has been learned that a purple martin does not eat 2,000 mosquitoes a day. Purple martin eats a wide variety of flying insects. However, 2,000 mosquitoes a day claim was either made to enhance sales of his birdhouse line of products made out of aluminum. He came out with the trio line of Purple Martin housing, which is an amazing invention. Lightweight aluminum Purple Martin houses that slide up and down a pole. And this particular slogan was put on the side of the building where he once built his line of trio brand Purple Martin housing. Here are some of the housing types that he created. As you can see here, this is an ad for Purple Martin housing, and you can get a 12-room or 24-room, and the housing slides up and down on the pole. Each door opens, and the Purple Martins can be readily assisted if they need any human intervention. This is why Purple Martins look forward to humans kind of monitoring them and looking out for them. They have a wide variety of predators and enemies, and you can do your part as a Purple Martin landlord to protect the Purple Martin and stand up for it and make sure that it's on the incline and not on the decline. Here's one of J.L. Wade's trio line 12-room Purple Martin house. Lightweight aluminum. There's a trio castle, 24 rooms, brand new with a pole and a winch and cable. You're looking at about $800, $900. My houses, I've been lucky enough to find them. Some of them have been given to me, but if you want to go to the store and buy one, that's what you're looking at. This is a 12-room trio Wade from J.L. Wade's design. Plastic gourds are popular. You don't have to have a natural gourd. You can have a plastic gourd manufactured with the screw-off cap. And this is the Starling resistant entrance hole on the tunnel on the bridge there. And a Purple Martin can access that easily, but a Starling cannot. Some of the features of Purple Martin gourds: adult male and female Purple Martin squawking at each other as most married couples do. Where to place your Purple Martin house once you purchase one or build one. Please erect the Purple Martin house as furthest away from trees or buildings as you can. Always place your Purple Martin house in the most central part of your yard and try to keep it the furthest away you can from buildings and trees, and you should be all right. They like to stay away from trees because hawks and owls hide in trees, and they need an ample amount of distance and time to get away if a hawk or an owl makes an attack. Also, their rotationary pattern of coming into their housing is like a circular pattern like airplanes use over an airport. They like to circle their housing sometimes before they actually go directly to it, so they would like some extra space. If your backyard's covered in trees, please do not put up a Purple Martin house. There's my colony. I think this is from last year, 2018. Another Purple Martin house you can purchase. An old photo of my colony. You can also put bars up in front of your purchase to deter any incoming hawk or owl. Hawks or owls come in, and they come in a gliding manner, and these bars are intended to strike their wings and permit them to fall or to regain their stance, giving the Purple Martin ample time to escape. More Purple Martin housing, more Purple Martin photos. Here's a father coming in with insects for his young, who are always on the balcony at that age waiting for food. They're fed from sunup to sundown every day until they're old enough to fend for themselves. More photos. Another photo of my colony. More housing that you can purchase or build. And coming right down to it, Purple Martins are the coolest birds to have. Here's another house you can build or buy. I don't like the big round holes on it. It entices and invites starlings. Another male Purple Martin. Here's another beauty. More photos from colonies. And please keep in mind that once you get these birds, you'll love them so much. You'll want to tell everybody else about them, as I've done. And a lot of study and investigation has got into how to improve the Purple Martin's life. Purple Martins are worthy of receiving attention. Here's a Cooper's hawk. Cooper's hawk and sharp shin hawks Love purple martin colonies. The sound and the attention that purple martins colonies give off, both in sight and in sound, always attracts a marauding hawk. So you always hope and pray that you don't get hit by hawks, but sometimes it's inevitable. More photos, more housing. So all you would have to do is decide on what you want to do. You want housing of aluminum or wood. You want gourds. And then you would want to put it up somewhere between 8 and 14 feet. You want to have the housing go up and down on a pole so you can readily be accessible to it for nest checks and monitoring. And you will love it. I can pretty much guarantee that. Purple martin looking directly at you. Please note that the eyes are somewhat more to the front of the head. They need that, as in flight they need their sight in front of them and not on the sides of their head, like an American robin might have when an American robin tilts its head to the side. They need their eye on the side. And the martin has the eyes pretty much closer to the front. Kind of a funny looking little individual, but very cute to me. Griggsville, Illinois, a tower of martin housing, more martin housing. You can look into it and decide what you want to do. Another photo I really like. I don't know who took that. A lot of times purple martins are fitted with geolocators to aid in the learning of their routes, their migration routes, where they go at what time of the year, what they do. All of these are very necessary in determining scientifically what the bird's needs are, what they do, at what time of the year, where they go, and a lot has been learned by geolocators. At the end of the season, I like to take down the martin housing and clean it all out, disinfect it before storing it for the winter or putting it back up for the new year. You can leave the martin housing out during the winter, as I've done. You don't got to worry about the wood rotting, because if they're made out of aluminum, they can withstand the seasons. Some of my martin housing in the garage for the winter. And if anyone has any questions or want to send me an email, my email address is there, fender.1953@hotmail.com. Be happy to hear from you. All the best. Take care.